Great, thanks. Just introduce yourself to the camera, you know?
Hi guys, my name is Kosmic, and I'm a designer and stylist.
You're a designer too.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. What have you made?
I actually did a fashion show recently. I just did a lot of reworked items, but I've made, and some pieces like from scratch, but right now I'm working on a collection of it being more of like a 70s and like more European style, but before it was more like street style mixed with just like unconventional wear type of thing.
So why
And
like
New York style too.
why the 70s?
I like the silhouettes of the 70s, just like the flare pants, and it just, I feel like for women, I really like the shapes that it like accentuates their bodies in nice ways.
It really does, yeah.
Yeah.
Men too, you know?
Men too, yeah.
Yeah.
Some men for sure can pull it off.
Yeah, some. Not you guys can.
Not all girls can too, but some
I
and
feel
some.
like girls they pull it off more than men though. Yeah, I give them that.
But if a guy can wear a nice like flare jean,
yeah,
it would be nice, you know?
I was gonna wear one today actually.
Oh, that would
But I
have been
didn't.
nice.
Yeah.
What shoes are these?
Ralph Simmons.
Oh,
What shoes are those?
nice. Superstars. Like some knit version of them though.
Oh, okay. I thought I was like Yoji Mamamoto or something.
Yeah, I
For
don't
real?
even know. I found these at the vintage store.
What? Seems like something he'll do, for real.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks.
Who are your like, I don't know, inspirations?
My inspirations. Alexander McQueen.
Okay.
I love. Who else? I have a lot that I look at, but to be honest, it changes all the time based off of like where I am in my life. So, like, I just like the way that Alexander McQueen expresses himself, and he basically just like creates a story from something that's greater than what a regular person I feel like would think, and I love that part of it.
That's great. Have you seen the? It was a video of McQueen, like kind of like dressing this model, but also like pouring paint on him and
Yes.
shit. And like I was watching, I was like, what the fuck? But like in a good way. Like that's crazy. Like what he was thinking about.
That's the thing, right? It's like it's so out of the box, and I want people to feel that way about my work too, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely takes time to take that out of your mind, you know? Because it's also being a little bit insane.
So you're insane.
No, I feel like I want to be like an insane creator though, you know? But how can you be an insane creator without being a little insane, you know?
Yeah, it can't be normal out here, man.
No.
Normal people are too boring, to be honest. So
Yeah,
it's good to be insane.
I agree.
So is it just McQueen too, or?
I love, to be honest, I love Kanye West, like how he designs. I think he's sick.
Oh.
I think like the whole Yeezy stuff was like an inspiration to me. Like my first like ever collection that I made was based off of Life of Pablo, just the album cover.
Wow.
But I loved it, so I was like, okay, it's sick. Which was also Virgil, so I guess Virgil as well. Like his design, his way of design is very clean and like has a good way of doing things. I like Mason Margiela, I like Rick Owens, based off of like layering and conceptual like storylines. I love Raph too.
Okay,
I can't lie about that. Raph Simmons is sick.
That's great.
I'm just thinking in terms of like characteristics that I like about them. Like Kanye is like, I love the color tones of everything. He's very smart with layering too.
Yeah, which is funny because I think a lot of it has to do with like Shia LaBeouf too. With it, like what?
Yeah.
Like Kanye might not have that look that he had around that time. I feel like he has a different style now.
Yeah.
So like the look that he had around that time, it was very inspired like by Shia LaBeouf's like dressing. I like that.
I agree. And I love that like people change so much. Even Raph Simmons, like if you look at like the old collections from the new collections now, it's like the change is insane. Like definitely more futuristic now.
For real.
I like that futuristic look.
How you
And
doing,
Balenciaga too.
the future is like style's gonna look like?
So,
Like, how do you think style's gonna look like in the future?
how do I think style is gonna look like? I feel like everything moves in cycles, so it'll still move in a specific cycle, like the how could I explain it? But it'll just be like accentuated based off of like what we're inherently going through during the time of the world. So like right now, it's like very like focused on solitude because each of us have had to been in like on our own and like in our own space by ourselves online because of COVID. So I think like a lot of people base their fashion shows off of like that time that they were going through, and I feel like a lot of art is expressed by like the cultural move of the way things are going. So I don't really know how fashion's gonna look like, but I think that people are getting to a more like futuristic and like more of like an animated version of themselves, almost like a character. Like I feel like a lot of people have characters now, you know?
Kind of like, yeah. I mean, life is kind of like build your own character, kind of.
Basically.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know those like games I used to play back in like high school? Not even high school, like middle school. Like, what was it, IMVU? Or
Oh,
you ever did that Sims kind of stuff, you know?
100%. It was always like about building the way you look and like how you want to be perceived, but and then it also has to do with like, because on the outside world, if you're in a game, it's so much easier to do whatever.
Exactly.
But like outside world, I feel like people are coming into themselves more. They're like, fuck it, like I live once, you know?
Yeah.
I might as well look what I want to look like.
Well, I look at the world as my playground, you know?
Yeah.
You can do whatever. Well, no, whatever.
With peace and love.
You get what I mean. Yeah.
With good intention and peace and love. Like, I think for me, that's like what I also want to be able to like mix with my fashion is like being able to spread like happiness and like humor. I like quirky things, like graphics that are kind of funny, you know?
Yeah.
Just to like make someone's day a little better.
What about like anime kind of stuff, or?
Like, you know, if you ever see comics and they're just kind of like jokes, like there's like the three, or even memes that are like drawn out, but like in a cool aesthetic way would be kind of nice, you know?
Yeah.
But still has some humor to it.
That's true. So how do you like build your style? Like how do you build your fits? Where do you build it from? I feel like everybody builds it from somewhere. Like for me, start with the shoes. The shoes up. So how do you build like yours?
Okay. I think the most important for me used to be shoes. I used to like every color of shoes I would have, it would match with my fit. But then I stopped collecting shoes as much, and then I started collecting jackets and like, mostly jackets and like blouses and like t-shirts and stuff. So I build it off like the upper body part.
That's great.
And I kind of go from there, but I don't have like a specific style anymore. I used to go through like, I'm only this, and then I moved on to like exploring a different thing every day.
That's good. So what, like next day I could see you wearing a whole Rico fit or some shit?
Yeah.
Looking like you're from the Matrix or something?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
You never know. I love like testing out those boundaries, and I don't want to like stick to just like a similar thing. I just want to like, I want to be able to break boundaries with the way I do things. So yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, because it gets boring, you know?
Yeah.
I used to want to do that, but yeah. I like a little bit of color too. That's the biggest thing. Can't be wearing all black every day.
And when you wear a little bit of color and it looks bomb, like a nice all black fit's nice, but if you can make color work, like
exactly.
It's just like you get recognized.
I think that makes you like just more fly.
Yeah, you are more fly.
Because you can really, you know how to use colors and shit.
Yeah, and it's just flattering.
Exactly.
You want some water?
Yeah, I've had some water. Oh, okay. So, where do you see yourself, like, you know, in the future kind of stuff?
For me, there's a couple things. I feel like I see myself being a creative director of I think I'm really good at creative directing and like making. I also like talk to a lot of different people, so I'm lucky to be able to have like a wide source of people to work with, and like, and I feel like they can trust me in doing a creative vision for them, type of thing. And so a creative director of something on like a large scale, and I think for also just having a collection. I don't know like where that will go, but I definitely just want to be able to put out a collection that is like one of ones like every couple months, and just do that and then cut it off at a certain time.
You do here, like in Toronto or somewhere else?
I might start here and then move along. Eventually I'll move to Bali and like retire and be at peace.
Bali.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Probably just like knit.
That's sick.
And make like some cool clothes to be in Bali, but like I just like also eventually just want to have a peaceful life. Like the fashion industry is very fast paced, and a lot of politics.
Me too. I like to do that.
Yeah, right.
I mean, not Bali, but you know, not like Bali's bad. Bali's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to visit there one day.
Yeah, Bali seems beautiful.
Like
I haven't
Fiji
been there
too.
either.
You haven't been there? Damn, you should go.
Yeah, I really want to go like for inspiration and ideas too, and the people there. I just want to know like a different person, you know, like. I love Toronto. There's so many different personalities, but we're all coming from like this Western society. I want to like see a different type of society, you know.
Yeah. What other countries like do you know mess with your fashion?
Japanese fashion. Japan, I fucking love their fashion.
Of course, man.
So unreal. Their silhouettes are great. I love New York, like street style. Like, I love like those baggy pants, baggy jackets, like for the winter.
Yeah,
It's just
big
so
puffers,
nice.
man.
Yep. Or like a big varsity or something like that. Love that. And New York, Japan. I love Italy, but to be honest, I don't know much. Like, I like the Italian fashion, like the little shoes. Like the flat ones that kind of look like soccer shoes, or
loafers, or
no, like they kind of look like golf shoes without the spikes.
oh, fuck. I don't know the name, but I understand what you're talking about. I think it's a lot of like
the futsal shoes, like the indoor soccer ones, right?
Yeah, kind of like those. Exactly. I like those right now. So.
Yeah, the ones without the cleats. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you.
Those are my mains.
Used to wear those, man. Like middle school.
Yeah.
There's a specific shoe. I believe the Sambas. Adidas Sambas. Yeah, those are like the original old like futsal kind of shoes. Yeah.
I love those. I feel like those are coming back.
It is. I like to wear that like in the summer. Yeah, some like shorts or something.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Get the legs out, you know.
What type of fashion do you like?
I'm into like Japanese
Yeah.
and American style too.
Yeah.
And just kind of like a bit of what's outside. Remember Sora was talking about it, where he gets his inspirations from like people.
Right.
So it's kind of like that with me. Like I like the grunge look, and I like to mix that a little bit with just, I don't know. I don't want to use the word homeless, but you know, kind of like the homeless.
I like that look.
You know, weird little.
Like ribbed, plaid shirt maybe.
Yeah, and then I like a bit of like chic to that.
Yeah.
And then you know Japanese, and then your kind of shit, you know, style. That's me.
And it's like nice. Those looks are nice because it's like you walk down the street and you see someone in that, and like you don't realize, but then there's all these elements, and you're like, oh, I see.
It's also like layering.
Yeah.
It's the best.
100%.
Like that's coming in right now. You know, a lot of people like to layer and stuff.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, like the layers are with the different textures, like knit, and then they're layering with like something like see-through, and then I love that type of stuff with color. It's nice.
Exactly. Hold on, let me get another question here. What does style mean to you?
Style means to me it's just the way I feel people use it to express themselves it's a way of art, you know, like every day you have to pick your clothes. Like I live by this term, it's like you have to pick your clothes like you pick your thoughts, like, you know, like you shouldn't, like you have to choose your thoughts wisely, and it's the same with clothes for me. It's like you have to choose it wisely, and based off of like kind of, I find like if I dress a certain way, I am approached a certain way by someone, or it creates a conversation. Like art creates conversation, and like I love that part.
You ever had those where like someone sees what you're wearing, like, oh shit, I like you or whatever, and it turns out like they're also into the same things that you are.
Yeah.
I always just, that's like ways I've met like some of my like close friends. I just, you know, they'll see me, and then I seen them, and then we just have a convo. So I like that part. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
lit.
One of my friends, I met him literally like walking down the street by, what was it, Eden Center or something? I was just walking, and then he see me, he's like, yo, I like your pants, man. I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, yo, you into fashion or something? I'm like, yeah. I was like, he was like, same as him.
Damn, that's lit.
I don't know, linked up.
Yeah, no, like that's the best feeling when you guys can, and that's like what I love. It brings people together, right? And like you kind of realize some friend groups, they actually dress kind of similar, you know? So like I go out to like an event or something, I'll see like a certain friend group and they all kind of have the same drip. And then I'll go up to another, and like it's kind of sick that way.
You know, like, maybe look like the Jabberwockies or something.
It's just like high school and you're like walking through the crowd and you're like, oh, you know who that is, you know who that is.
Exactly. What kind of people have you styled?
I've worked with a lot of musicians, like such as Anders, 88 Glam, Nate Hustler, female artists that are kind of low key, but rest in peace, Rosie. Like, what other female artists? Oh, I worked for this production company called Nice Sound Production, and they have, I was their in-house stylist for her name's Leah. She just came out with a lot of good music, and Tia Banks. And so I worked with them, and then I've been just working with locals around the city that like I find really interesting in their looks, or they just hit me up. And I've also been blessed to have like a lot of friends that are photographers that are just looking to put out an idea. So I meet a lot of models through that. And yeah, right now I really like the hidden gem people that like maybe don't have a lot of followers or anything, but it's like they make it work, you know, and they're like killing the game. So I love that part about it. But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's the type of people I've worked with.
Oh, what kind of people would you like to work with?
I would really love to do editorials for like Vogue, and whether that be with whoever, I'm open to it. I don't really have a choice. But more models, like high fashion models. I love working with musicians and artists. It's great, but for sure I want to work with more models because I feel like I don't know. We'll just see.
Yeah. I think like working with models is sick. Like it's just, I feel like it's another way into the industry as well. You know, before you know it, maybe a model blows up off a photo or shoot that you did.
Yes.
That helps you too.
Exactly, and we come up together, dream team. Yeah.
Dream team. The dream team makes the dream work.
Exactly.
That's how it goes. What would you say to your younger self, or what would you just say to someone that's starting out styling? Advice you give them?
I think overall in the creative industry, the advice I would give is, I would just say, never think that yourself is not enough to, if you're the only person in your own way, and you don't need to trust all these random people that you think are up just to get to where you need to be. Of course, like there needs to be a respect, but like I think you just need to follow your heart and know that you're capable of doing anything. It all starts with a dream, and you just have to go from there and believe in yourself no matter how many times you get torn down. If that's what you love to do, that's you're gonna make it happen. So yeah.
That was great, man.
Thanks.
That's good. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Shout out to, Kosmic. You're a G.
Shout out to, what's your name called on YouTube?
Why did I forget? I'm joking. Organized Chaos.
Organized Chaos. I'm playing. Shout out to Organized Chaos. Thank you for having me.
And thank you for coming through.
Get your boom and want some more, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. Rats in the bank. That no complaints. In parking lot. Smoking no stank. Other words dank. Used to drink.